want to briefly address diet culture in the United States. We are in a consumer driven economy, meaning about 70% of our gross domestic product is made up of people buying things. We have big companies, big influencers, small influencers, all trying to sell us something. And we buy into it because we're used to being sold to in the United States. This is part of our culture. Everywhere we go, something's for sale, and something is going to be the next big thing that's going to make or break or change our lives. You've tuned in here for a reason. You've tried diets before and they didn't work. You've tried what that influencer on the internet had to say. You tried what your sister's aunt cousin did to lose 40 pounds and it didn't work. So I want you to feel empowered that you can enjoy gifts from the earth, lean animal protein, plants. And those are things that can go towards nourishing your body, giving it what it needs, treating it well to help create sustainable, long term, healthy weight for you. Now, I'm not a nutrition professional. You should seek help from your medical professionals or people in your life that you trust, and maybe they'll have some certifications and some backgrounds in sort of these things. All I can do is tell you about my experience. And when I got out of that hamster wheel of trying to do the next best thing and really focused on whole foods, that coupled with addressing why I was doing what I was doing are the two key factors that really helped me change my lifestyle for the long term. How do I know there's no diet plan to lose weight fast? Well, because I've been on a diet most of my life and I tried all the things. You probably have too, and that's why you're here. You're looking for the next magic pill, the next solution. I found the hack. It's not the magic pill. It's not the thing that's going to make you lose 20 pounds in a month. It's not the thing that's going to get your body beach ready for your vacay. This is for sustainable, long-term, lasting weight loss. Because after all, isn't that what we really want? As humans, it's hard for us to look forward and appreciate that there is long-term gratification in the process, in building a different relationship with food, and questioning why we reach for the things that we reach for, and maybe why different weight loss plans and programs haven't worked before. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my weight loss journey, where I got stuck, and then what I did to remedy it. Let me tell you how I got where I got. It's 2019. I'm my heaviest weight I've ever been. I weigh 295 pounds. And I'm not going to lie, I've been overweight most of my life. There was a brief period in high school there where I was pretty fit. But other than that, I really have struggled. And kind of having grown up in 90s diet culture, I was always on a diet. I was always looking for the next pill or the next shake or the next calorie app that was going to help me get that weight off. And so even though I had ballooned to this very uncomfortable weight, I had a hard time rolling over in my memory foam mattress. I was nervous to sit in a folding chair. That's where I had gotten. I knew I had to do something different. So in 2019, I kind of did do the counting calorie thing for a while. But what I actually did was I started small. I picked a few things that I knew weren't serving me, that I was willing to let go, that I felt like could bring me some bigger benefits and rewards. It wasn't a specific program. It wasn't calorie restriction. I started by saying, you know what? I have a dairy sensitivity. Most people do. Dairy doesn't do great for most people's systems long term. And today's dairy, there's not a ton of nutritional value. So I cut out dairy. I knew that things in boxes with tons of ingredients weren't great for me. So I kind of cut those out and I committed to walking 3 days a week. And that got me a good chunk of the way. Then in 2020, I got connected to a functional medicine doctor. I really needed some help with my gut. I had candida issues. I had overactive yeast, which was presenting itself as rashes on my body. I've been itchy for a really long time. And she encouraged me to not be afraid of fat, to eat a lot of meat, and to eat as much veggies as I wanted, pretty much. And then kind of cut out all the other stuff. So, okay, maybe that sounds like a diet, But in reality, it's the things that our body was designed to process. Our body was designed to process whole foods, not some magic shake somebody on the internet from high school is pushing, right? Like that's not the main thing that our body was designed to process. It was designed to process plants and animals. So let's give it what it wants. So that is how I got up to losing about 45, 50 pounds. And I felt good. And that went pretty quickly. I had a lot of weight to lose. It kind of went quickly. I was working a physical job, but that's where I kind of hit my plateau. And at that same time, I was cutting back on alcohol. So, in a twist of fate, an ironic twist of fate, if you will, I replaced my alcohol struggles with sugar struggles and found myself reaching for sugar to kind of hit that same spot in my brain that alcohol was getting for me, right? Helping me numb out, helping me not feel my feelings, helping me get a little bit of a dopamine hit. And so I was just so frustrated by having replaced like one addiction for another that I got some help. So I've done several different kinds of therapy. I've done traditional psychotherapy. What really helped me was working with a nutrition professional who specialize in emotional eating and who have some additional like certifications and backgrounds, not just like a traditional nutritionist. And that is really when I kind of addressed the underlying reason of why I was reaching for these foods, why I was covering up emotions with foods. I don't know about you, but I had a constant running in my head where it was like, what's the next thing we're going to get to eat? What's the next sugar hit that we're going to get? Where can I get a snack? I've got to pack snacks. I got to have food with me at all times. Like food was running my show. It was running my life. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. You know, it is easy to just be like, oh, like this next diet's going to fix it. Or, oh, if I, watch my calories for a while, or, those are nice thoughts. Those are nice to think that those things are going to work, but we've got to figure out why we're doing what we're doing. So I would encourage you to get some professional help. That's my major tip, is eat whole foods and get some professional help. When you do those two things, you create a foundation for lifelong positive relationship with food, for sort of like resetting instead of chasing the next magic pill. So I hope you found these tips useful. I have some resources for you. On my blog, I've got some healthy meal prep ideas. I've got some yummy mocktail recipes that actually can go to nourish you. I have a couple of series you might find helpful. I have a whole series on meat prep. Keeping lean, healthy protein around has been super helpful to me. So ultimately, you deserve to be nourished well, and I want you to take care of yourself. Let me know what works for you. Comment below.